The reason why we're taking off the rear bumper on my W211 E55 today is because I actually mounted a carbon fiber diffuser a while ago. But the thing is, when I got this, I realized the fitment wasn't really all that good. To be honest, it was really bad. And this is actually one of the known brands. I'm not gonna mention which one, but it doesn't really wanna follow the bumper in these corners, I'd wanna say. So what I ended up doing was I put on double-sided tape and I managed to get screws in some certain areas where it could actually reach. There is a reason for why I wanted to put this on when the bumper was on the car, and that is this bumper is plastic and it's probably not gonna have the same structure if you take it off, put it on the ground and mount the diffuser. What's gonna end up happening is if you bolt it on, it's gonna kind of force the structure of the bumper in a certain way. And then let's just say this is where the bumper meets the rear fenders. Let's just say you put on the diffuser like this, but then whenever you're trying to put the bumper on, the bumper has to go on the car a little bit wider, kind of like this. This diffuser in the back is gonna prevent the bumper from moving. What's gonna end up happening is you're not gonna deform the bumper in the back, but you're gonna move the problem since you've actually attached the diffuser to the bumper in the back, and there is a risk you might deform the rear bumper on the sides or where it meets the fender or actually down here. And I didn't want that to happen. So that's the reason why I did that. And I honestly realized this very quickly. It wasn't as bad when I was done doing it, but today is the day when we're gonna fix it. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna have to take the bumper off and we're gonna try to attach it now that it actually has its structure, or well, the mounting points already mounted, can I say that? And I want to mention, I'm going to lift the car up and I'm going to take the rear wheels off because it makes it easier. You don't have to do that, but it's going to be easier for you to see where the bolts are in the wheel wells. So the screw that's holding the rear bumper here in the wheel well is actually located up here. What you're going to need to do is you're going to have to remove this little clip down here and then try to bend the inner fender out a little bit so you can actually access this. And this is a 10mm. So I don't really have the tool for this, but a flathead should work just as well if you're a little careful. I'm really gonna try not to break it with this. As long as I can get it up, which I did. I should really get the tool for this. There we go. You have to, I think you have to loosen this as well. Which is also 10mm. There we go. And the bolt is located up. Let me see if I can get a finger on it. Up all the way up here. I don't know if you guys can see this, but this is where it's at. I'm gonna use there we go. The rest of the bolts are located in the trunk. So you're gonna wanna remove this trim right here and these two sides here. And I'm gonna be really honest with you guys. I'm gonna have to figure this out myself first. You have to remove these clips. 1, 2, let me see where the 3, 4, 5, 6. This one is already missing, I see now. And this light's out. I didn't even know that. I haven't noticed that. I'm gonna get LEDs for this since I'm at it. So I'm gonna see if I can do this with a little flathead, which you should be able to do. This is maybe a little bit too small for this job. Okay, it was actually easier from that side, and we're gonna keep it there. So we're gonna loose it. Let's see, that's the second. I have the third over here. So it should be what, 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. 6 in total. Now it's just gonna be one last up here. Somebody pulled here already since this one is cracked. That wasn't me, as you saw in the video. Oh, for real, that wasn't me. It was cracked, but it could have been, and I could have blamed somebody else. But it should be loose like this. And okay, it seems like these are supposed to come out somehow or some way. So I don't want to lose these as they will fly out. Let me see if I can pull it out, push it out here. Yep. I'm gonna do this first so I don't lose these, because then we're in trouble. And what you're gonna want to do, obviously, is probably to remove the floor mat first. Okie dokie. We can hang it there, as I always do, for now. So whenever that happens, you're not sure if you broke it or if it came loose. Okay, so it's just a push-in tab, so it should pull straight out. There we go. And then these lights, you're supposed to be able to push them out and turn. So there is a clip here where you can actually push and push it out like this and then turn it, and voila. Can I remove this whole thing? Oh yeah, there's a second one. It's just not working. Oh, there's no light bulb in there, and that's why it's not working. And now we can get rid of this. Actually, you know what? Let me just take it out instead. Set it down somewhere over here. Side note, as I was lifting out all the stuff in the trunk, I actually found the bulb. It fell from somewhere down into somewhere, but it doesn't look all that good. I'm not sure though how like it got bad and it wasn't in there, so it escaped from there and then all of a sudden it appeared in the trunk. Anyway, I'm gonna throw this away. There's supposed to be 4 bolts holding the bumper in the back here. I can only find 3 for now. Maybe that may be the case. And then you're supposed to take these sides off. And then I had one of these up here, and I do believe that this is a Torx down here. And so then I can move this out of the way and then access 2 bolts that are supposed to be here somewhere. There are also 2 bolts located underneath here. 10 millimeter right there, and a 10 millimeter right there. It's interesting because I can only find 3. 1, 2, and then 3. There should be 1 here and 1 here, but maybe it has something to do with the fact that I have a facelift. I'm not really sure because, as you may see, they're really empty over here, but so that one has to come off, that one, and then that one. Those are 10 millimeters. So what we're gonna do here, we're gonna have to access 2 bolts behind all this. So I do believe you have to get this clip out first. I really gotta get that tool. There we go. This should be loose. I'm not really sure why this is stuck up here. Oh, okay, so that one slides. Should slide out, but mine was really stuck on there. Now I should be able to fold this out a little bit. I do believe this is the pump that you should be able to just lift up and move out of the way. There we go. I do believe you can let this stay inside here or in the bracket. So it seems like you have to remove the tank, air tank that's here, and it's held by 3 10 millimeter bolts. 1 here, 1 here, and then 1 here. But it looks like, I'm not really sure if this is OEM, I don't think so, but somebody used zip ties to attach that to my the box right there to everything. So I'm gonna just hang the tank over here. So as you can see, here's 1 10 millimeter, and I do believe there's gonna be another one in there behind the box. So I'm gonna see, I really don't wanna disconnect that if I don't have to. And let's see if we can move this box. All right, there we go. We can see them from in here. I'm not really sure why my box here says CLS though. Somebody probably replaced that. And I'm not really sure what that box is. So if anybody knows, please let me know in the comments. But CLS B223, I do believe somebody bought like a used box when something was failing. I am very curious to see if I can access this with this little tool right here. Just should be able to. I don't really have all that space, but here's one at least. So you guys can actually, or probably actually see this second bolt all the way in there. So we're gonna have to remove that one as well. Not really sure if I'm gonna be able to access it with this through that, but I could always try. I mean, you're probably better off removing the bracket or the DVD player, but or is it a navigation? Yeah, it's the navigation. I'm gonna see if I can access that anyway. Never mind. As you're working on stuff in your garage, keep this, or get a tub and keep it in the garage. You can scan the QR code. It's my personal discount code, or you can visit the webpage up here, buffenergy.eu. I'm still trying to figure out which bolts to remove to get this out of the way so we can get the last little bolt there for the rear bumper. So it wasn't really all that bad. It was just that one bolt underneath here, a 10 millimeter down here, which sits on here. So remove that. Now you can fold this out of the way. And now you can access your 10mm. And honestly, this is messier for me than it's gonna be for you guys because you have this shortcut, but I mean, it's really not all that bad. It's just, you gotta figure out all the tricks, how to access this stuff. But luckily for you, I'm doing this first. Okay, 2 bolts on this side, 2 bolts on that side. That's holding the bumper, but more bolts that you have to remove to get stuff out of the way, like the air tank or the navigation. And then I found 3 here, and then wheel wells. Now you should be able to pull this back, I would assume. Don't, and I suggest you're 2 people when you're doing this. I kind of just want to pull a little bit to see if it is actually loose or if we've missed something. Seems like it's pretty loose on this side. So this one is loose. Here you see the 2. Well, 1, 2, and then this is the one that we did first. So now this is actually loose. And I want to see if I can do the same thing on this side, which I, for some reason, can't. It's not coming off as easy. There we go. So it seems like it's loose. And I'm gonna need your help to pull on that side as I'm pulling on this side. So I remembered, I didn't forget, I forgot to remember to tell you guys before we pulled that you also have to remember that you got the sensors, the parking sensors. But my thing here is, I'm not sure if this is OEM or if somebody fiddled with this, because what I would like to see is a masters here that you could actually disconnect. But now it seems like we have to disconnect each and every sensor. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm not really sure. If you guys know, let us know in the comments, but this is, now I'd have to take all of these out. And I also want to mention, I did check on the inside. This is the wire that runs through, and there is no connector here, because I would assume a lot of you guys would say, yeah, the connector's on the inside, but nope, no connector. So somebody, I'm not sure, maybe they made it this way, but it feels very unlikely. So these were really on there. What I did was I took a flathead screwdriver and I lifted this tab right here up, or in between, or however I did it, and then I pulled it out. But you gotta be a little bit careful because these can be very brittle as they're exposed to nature's elements, so to speak. And they will stay in here. Now we can actually remove the bumper and try to get it on there. And then you just gotta put everything back in the opposite order you took it off, if that makes sense. So maybe not the way I wanna do it, but I'm gonna use screws like these. And these are the 2 that I had before, and then I'm gonna just put more of them along the sides, but that side's really horrible with the fitment, so I'm gonna just carry on and bolt them on right here, and then we're gonna put it back. We did put in a few extra bolts, the 3 up top, and then on the sides too. And I know that you guys might, by the way, come back, you guys might, be a little bit worried or mention this where it sits lower here than here. To be honest with you, whenever we did put this on, like we had no wiggle room, like because it was hitting the exhaust or we had gaps on either sides, or so that's why. And it is sitting, I would say, it looks good when it's on there. It's just coming off. We see that the reason why it's not flush here is because, and we knew about this when we put it on, but it wasn't as bad. Down here, you can actually see that the inside of the OEM bumper is hitting, I don't know if you guys can see my finger, but I'm all the way down here. So what we're gonna do is, we actually ordered a angle grinder off of Amazon because I just moved to the States and I don't have all the tools yet. So this would be the opportunity to get a small, it was actually a Dremel. And we're gonna cut out this inner piece right here because this is exactly where it hits. So if we cut here and just remove this little piece down here, this whole thing is gonna come in towards the bumper, and we're gonna put another screw, and that's gonna be about it, because we figured might as well, since we have the bumper off. I mean, this is not my proudest work at all. So 3 hours later, this little thing arrived. So now I'm gonna try to cut this part right here, probably like this, as this part has to move in a little bit. I want to see if this works, but I don't know if I did this correctly. But so as you may see, this is going to take a while, so I'll get right back to you when I'm done cutting this. There we go, 5 hours later with this. I do not recommend this item if you have it. I actually plugged in the cord and it didn't really help either because it died on me so much. Maybe it got too hot, I'm not sure. But I'm kind of curious to see if this helped. And I can't really touch this thing right now because it'll be all white. So I'm way happier with this than what it was, but obviously it's not 100% perfect. And I'm also gonna send this back to Amazon because this sucked. I'm not even gonna bother. I'm gonna put this to the side. So now we're just gonna put the bumper back on the same way we took it off, but in reverse order. So I put everything back in the exact same order as I took it off, and now it seems like the diffuser is sitting way better on there. It's not 100%, it's not the best, it's not my proudest work at all by far, but I mean, it does the job and I can see no gaps whatsoever. I mean, there might be just a little bit, but then again, these moldings and the diffusers might not be 100% perfect either. So if you want to take the rear bumper off, just a quick recap, you got on the facelift, well, yours might have 4, I've heard people have 4 bolts along here. I had 3, and then 2 on that side, 2 on that side. And you have to take the sides off. And on this side, you have 3 bolts for the air tank, and if you have a box zip tied around there, you gotta cut 2 zip ties like mine. I'm not sure if that's OEM. And on this side, you have to lift the air pump out of the, you can leave it in the bracket, but lift the whole thing and then swing it to the side, and then you have to, there is a 1 10mm bolt on the navigation or underneath, and then swing that out too, and then you got the 2 bolts there. And then obviously in the wheel wells, you have 1 clip and 1 10mm on that side, and then 1 clip and 1 10mm on that side. And then when you pull it out, just be a little bit careful and keep in mind that you have, if you have parking distance control sensors, then you have a wire hanging, so you don't want to be alone and then struggle and then keep the bumper in the air and try to juggle everything. So might call a friend, might bring some pallets or stools like we had, and that's about it, folks. Hope you liked the video.